as we mentioned yesterday on the show, and listen to my stuff, know I'm a Jew. Not exactly hiding it. I'm pretty sure that they see me as a Jew because I'm a Jew. You can tell by the funny hat on my head that I wear literally every day since my childhood.
What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from The Quartering, and the situation around the ban of Ethan Klein continues to kind of percolate, and as Ethan continues to seethe on Twitter, I'm sure that his return next Friday will have plenty of venom for people that covered this situation, including myself. Look, I think the obvious thing, the reason people take a little bit of schadenfreude or a little bit of joy in his ban is that he has been so pro deplatforming lately. A characteristic that I don't know if anyone really saw coming, but this is a man that, celebrated the deplatforming of several creators over the years, at least for sure, Andrew Tate. Again, that isn't me saying I agree with the things that guy says. It's just, hey, live by the sword, die by the sword. Now, I don't think Ethan Klein should be permanently banned. I think a strike was a fair penalty for the things that he said. I would not, I wasn't personally offended because I'm not Ben Shapiro and I'm not Jewish. So I don't have like I've said this openly before on the channel. I don't even know and many of my Jewish viewers have emailed me to say like, okay, here's the difference. Cause I legitimately don't know. I just thought they were white people, just, that they're white people. No, they're Jewish, but they're not white. I don't know. And I don't care. I just prefer to view people on their own individual statistics and not whatever compartments they want to put each other in. But yeah, so the seething has been strong, and Ben has been taking a bit of a victory lap. That and more after super quick word from this video sponsor. That's right, it's ya boy, Raid Shadow Legends. Have you ever dreamed of fitting an amazing, truly AAA quality game right into your pocket? Well, now you can with Raid Shadow Legends. With hundreds of artifacts to equip and over 600 champions, plus with unique skills, you can build your team, develop your champions, and raid your way. Use my QR code or links below to download Raid yourself to your mobile phone or PC. Every great game has some serious challenges waiting near the end, something you can really dig your teeth into if you want to master it. Well, Raid Shadow Legends endgame is the Doom Tower, and it's a heck of a ride. This huge tower is basically a giant prison. Now Surath is taking it back. To climb to the top, you're going to need an army of champions. The regular Doom Tower floors tend to be pretty easy to deal with if you've just got a strong team, but the bosses are really tough, and you'll need some serious specialists if you're going to beat them. And right now, Raid's running an amazing trick-or-treat plan, and it's that easy. Click the link in the description, and I'll see you in game. Now, Ben put out this video on, Saturday, saying no tears shed over Ethan Klein's YouTube suspension. And essentially, what he's saying is, and look, by the way, I also want to be clear. I saw some of this in the comment section. I'm no, Ben Shapiro guy. We cover similar topics, but, I don't agree with everything he says either. And both of them, Ben likes to demand the United States get involved in all sorts of things. And it's just, whatever. I'm just saying Ben's not perfect either, but I don't think he's ever said anything so heinous that would, necessitate a YouTube strike. The guy knows the rules. And you can see the comment section. I'm happy he was banned. He's constantly advocating for people to be banned for no reason. It's crazy how different Ethan is now compared to how he was when he first started his YouTube channel. It's sad just how far he's fallen. Honestly, the betrayal of Peterson was sad for me. Those are such good interviews, and Jordan Peterson was nothing but nice and respectful to H3. It really shows how shallow those people are. Of course, people holding on to Ethan Klein, seemingly randomly deleting two of his most popular videos, an interview of Jordan B. Peterson on his channel, and not just, he didn't just quietly delete them. He took time to make terribly strong statements about Jordan Peterson, statements that I don't believe are true, using the buzzwords alt-right pipeline. It's Ethan Klein is not a deep thinker, in my opinion. He gets basically his talking points from Hassan or mainstream media. You see, I'm against cancel culture and banning people, but Ethan is a person who is in favor of deplatforming. so I will not be on his side now. It's an interesting position to be. Like, I think that, within the YouTube terms of service, him getting a strike is probably reasonable. I wish that wasn't the case. Like, so there's this big, like, mixture, or there's kind of like this misconception. I mean, I would prefer he didn't get a strike. I would prefer he get to say whatever he want, because then it would mean, as only if that means everyone else can say whatever they want, without getting strikes, within reason. I think that you have, if you take his description in good faith that it was a quote unquote joke, that shouldn't be something you get a strike for. However, that is something you get a strike for on this platform these days.
Video was deleted from YouTube. And now he's whining about it. He's very, very upset about it. He said it was just a joke. It's mean. He says the joke I was suspended for simply points out that Ben, who is desperate to be accepted by his Christian nationalist friends as white, will only ever be seen by them as a useful idiot, and sadly for him, a Jew. Guys, I'm pretty sure that the people who like the show and listen to my stuff know I'm a Jew. Not exactly hiding it.
That was a point that I made too in the video. It was such a weird thing. Like, I don't think Ethan Klein has really had to ever deal with much in his life, but like, it was such a weird thing to like accuse Ben Shapiro of being ashamed of being Jewish, while also then accusing Ben Shapiro, his friends or viewers, of being anti-Semitic. I mean, that's what that statement is saying. And I thought, boy, what a weird thing to say.
They see me as a Jew because I'm a Jew. You can tell by the funny hat on my head that I wear literally every day since my childhood. But Ethan Klein, being not a very good person and a tacit excuse maker for genocidal terror groups like Hamas,
whoa.
He's trying to claim that he is the real fighter against anti-Semitism. He says he is constantly excusing, enabling, and platforming real anti-Semitism. This is coming from a guy who literally put out a post last year making excuses for, again, genocidal terror group Hamas. Okay, so what does this mean? Should Ethan Klein lose?
And again, I don't think that Ethan properly quantifies exactly what he thinks. When he talks about him like platforming hate or platforming anti-Semitism, he doesn't really define that, does he? He just says he does this, right? And that's like a very common tactic of I guess of all people, to be fair. I think, Ethan in this particular case is having a bit of a melty. He's very angry that he had got, held to the same standards. I mean, let me ask you this. If you really believe for even 1 second. So Ethan's been like melting down saying, oh, there's all these people that were mad at me. And I'm going to show you that in a second. But like the reality is, if you think that, like, look at the way the room reacted when you said the thing that he said. By the way, we can't even show that anymore. I went back and had to edit all my videos that had the intro in because a small commentary channel was simply like reacting to the content, and I'm not sure if it was pre-ban or post-ban, but they got a strike, which seems ridiculous. Why can't people react to it, especially if that was before the strike? So I was like, oh crap, I better delete all my intros that my editors worked so hard on, because now it's been struck, so I can't like risk getting a strike for having the clip, which again, another weird gray area. But like, if you look at the way that the room reacts when he says that thing, everybody in that room knows they're about to get a strike. B, who are the three people behind the camera, they all knew. They all reacted in a way that, is normal, like what a normal human being would do, and be like, oh my God, like, what did you just say? Like, that seems a little over the top. But like, again, taking zero risks, you'd think at some point the guy would take some responsibility, but he just refuses. He posts this now, found the people that reported me on YouTube. And it's some weirdo people who, I don't even want to show that, their website. Some weirdo people that have some stupid ideas. Okay, maybe. I don't even know or care about them. All I know is that they've been around for a long time, and they have some like they don't like Jewish people. This is what was basically what I could say. I mean, that's from my cursory look at the news coverage of the coverage around like the things that they're saying, the little pamphlets that they're putting on people's doors, things of that. And by the way, they've been around long before Kanye West said anything he said. But then he writes, then again, he says, Los Angeles, 10/22/22. That's the day that they were there. This is Ben Shapiro's target audience. So again, according to Ethan Klein, Ben Shapiro, an open Jewish man, is targeting people who don't like Jews. I just don't get that. What's the joke? And you see like Anthony is back. I disagree with them, but you can still cry harder. Like a lot of people just like, I thought you liked being canceled because it was just an opportunity to grow. Take it in stride, Ethan. I mean, like these are just like a weird meltdown. And like he should probably be careful because Ben Shapiro has like real money, not like YouTube money. And, if I were Ben, I'd probably be getting a little annoyed when you're really skirting the line on saying that like, oh, Ben Shapiro's audiences are anti-Semitic, or Ben Shapiro platforms these things or that thing. Like you'd have to actually quantify some of these statements. And, I think as Ethan knows, lawsuits are very expensive. So I'm really surprised that he's like being so reckless, but that's kind of who he is. And then, of course, like I have a huge apology for my actions these past 2 years. I've hurt a lot of people in the process of ruining my good reputation. Psych! I'm trying to lose weight. By the way, good for him. I am too. I'm working on like my water intake now on these. This thing actually, like, hey, free shout out. Like I won't even say the name of the company, although I'm worried about drinking out of plastic. People say some weird things about that. So maybe they make a metal one. I don't know. But like, or glass, but I'd probably break that. But this does help. These big gallon jugs with like little hour by hour things. So I'm like, oh crap, it's 1 o'clock right now. I'm right on time, but I got to drink more by 3. And then because I'm old and I don't like to drink a bunch of water before bed, because that means I just got to get up 3 or 4 times. I try to finish it all by 6 or 7. But fun fact anyway. So, I mean, I think that really, if Ethan really looks inward, he knows what he said was wrong. He knows what he said was strike worthy. It's not like they banned him from the platform, okay? He only puts out an episode or 2 a week anyway, so it's not like that big of a deal. My channel puts out 6 videos a day. So if, a strike on my channel, that's why I'm so careful. That's, I don't know, 30 or 40 videos that get cut down, basically. So, I mean, I think Ben is pretty like, he's reveling in it a little bit here. He's taking the high road, but if you read between the lines, like he's pretty happy with himself. And you know what? Look, if he had said that kind of thing about me, I probably wouldn't shed any tears either. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do click that red subscribe button down below, and we'll talk to you again real soon.